Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back once again to Fat Cat Collections. Today I want to share with you guys another product I just picked up, and that is another knife. Now, you guys are probably like, what? I collect a whole bunch of things, and one of the things that I really enjoy is a good knife. And I shouldn't even say good, just a knife in general. There's so many cool ones out there, and it's such a fun thing to collect. I love grabbing one. So every now and then I'll pick up a knife. It's not something that I pick up like watches or cologne, but every now and then I'll grab one. So I wanted this one for a while. If you guys recognize this knife, this is very similar to the knife that was featured in, I believe, Expendables 2. It's one with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Now this is the smaller version, so they make two different versions, actually make three different versions. There's a Gen 1, the Gen 2, which actually has the Expendables logo on the handle itself, and then there's this one here. I chose the smaller one because this is their boot knife style, right? Exactly the same thing as the one that's featured in the movie, just a lot shorter. The overall length of the one in the movie is 17, I believe, and a half inches long. It is one I do want to add to my collection, but for the first one, I went back and forth with which one to get because the price difference is only about 20 bucks. The thing about the 17-inch version, as cool as it is, it's mainly one of those knives you're just going to kind of have and keep around the house. It's not really one that you're going to carry unless you're going to go camping, and these are pretty decorative knives. Of course, you can use them. Bud K is one of the sites where you can buy this. I got mine on Amazon. It's cheaper. It's cheapest place I could find this. I'll put a link in the description. Bud K is $39.99, but you got to pay shipping and tax on top of that, which is going to be right about the same as Amazon, which I got it for $50 shipped, including tax. I believe it was including tax. So pretty comparable price. Price is kind of controlled on this, or I shouldn't say controlled, but you're not really going to find it any cheaper than 50 bucks. Bud K is the cheapest that I've seen, but again, you got to pay shipping. If you are going to order this and order a bunch of stuff, Bud K would be great. You got to pay about that $10 shipping charge, and you can get a whole bunch of stuff. They always will, just so you guys know, they'll dangle that 10% off new customer, sign up with your email pop-up, but it's kind of bait and switch, honestly, because you have to spend 99 bucks to get the 10% off. So it's really just covering shipping anyway. Kind of a lame thing to do, but Bud K is pretty competitive. I've ordered from them before, and I'll continue to order from them. Of course, with this, cheapest to get it on Amazon. So let's talk a little bit about it, and then I'm going to tell you my gripe on this. So this is very similar to my Buck Special. I've had my Buck Special since I was 16 years old. Extremely old knife. They still make the Buck Special. This is very similar. Now, I don't have a side-by-side comparison. It's in my gym bag downstairs. Not that I go to the gym, I work at home, but I like to carry these things around me. Very similar, but I kind of figure this is a little bit more of instead of a Buck Special, it's kind of considered like a hunting knife. I think this is more of like a tactical, almost like a fighting knife. Although, nobody's doing that here. I just like them and like to collect them, and it is something that this is so pretty. I don't know if I'll really use it, but you never know. I know, again, there's guys on YouTube. I'll watch one of them, fit the channel, but he beats on his knives, and he actually uses them. He wants to put them to the test. Mine are more like, I don't want to say safe queens, but they're display queens, basically. I don't really do much with them. But I will say that I do like to wear a knife. You never know when you're going to need one. It's just another thing to carry with with your gun. And I like it. And that's the reason I went with this one here. Now, so again, as far as the specifics on this knife, man, Bud K really wants to get you to sign up that email. It's a 6.5-inch razor sharp blade, they say. The type of steel doesn't look like it's listed here, but it is a gorgeous knife. It's been one that, there's so many. Normally I wouldn't spend 50 bucks on something like this, because there's so many knives you can get that are coming out of Pakistan and different areas of the world. Bud K sells tons of them that are almost as nice as this, but there was just something about this, the design of this. Some of the other ones had quite a different blade. I just really like the overall look of this. This is called a Kentucky Toothpick. It's like, I would say almost like it's almost like a dagger, to be honest with you, which is slightly more like almost like a dagger / kitchen knife. Kind of a really cool design. And I knew when I saw the movie Expendables, as a movie fan, there are some things that I'll pick up from movies once in a while. Again, I don't collect a lot of movie memorabilia. I do have the Rambo sword I got as a kid, a Rambo knife, the Rambo 3. I do have the blade sword, a few swords here and there, but it's not something I collect like watches. But again, I do appreciate a good knife, and when I see one that really kind of speaks to me and calls to me, I gotta get it. So I will end up getting the longer version because I gotta have the big, giant, beefy one. But you know, for now, I want something that I'm gonna be able to actually carry. And you know, you walk around with a 17-inch knife on your hip, it's a little much. Not saying you can't, but you know, you guys get it. So that's what it looks like. It has this really cool kind of brass. I believe it's called a. Is it pommel? I'm not a knife expert by any means. There's other guys, tons of guys who have reviewed this knife, but I did want to share it with you guys. Really cool. Again, I'm not a knife expert by any means. I don't even know much really about knives. I just see what I like and I get it, you know. But as far as the blade, again, I don't know what the material is as far as the stainless steel is concerned. You guys can look that up. Overall is 10 5/8 inches, so not a small knife. A pretty good knife where you can still somewhat conceal this. It's easy to carry without going into like a Bowie knife or that 17-inch knife. It has a pack of wood handle, and it does have the boot clip. And one thing that I like about Hibben knives, and this has been kind of a complaint with some people, is I really like their sheaths. I like how thick they are. Now, they're not the most comfortable thing, I guess, if you're going to try to conceal this, but they are extremely, let me put this back in here and show you, they are extremely well made. The only thing is this is a little bit tight going in. I was thinking I was putting it in the wrong way, but that's the way it goes in. You can see super thick leather, really well made. Some of the other knives, again, that you get that are in that $30 price range that are kind of coming out of Pakistan. Again, beautiful knives. I mean, and again, I'm not saying all of them, but you know, sometimes they they sacrifice on the sheath. Hibben, you're going to get a nice quality sheath. I mean, this is every bit as nice as my Buck Special. So $50, you really can't go wrong. It does have the boot clip, and this is a boot knife, which is why I mainly got it. And again, I want something that's very quick to get on or off. You know, of course, the clip isn't I think the most durable thing. It's not like having a leather loop on there, but again, I like the idea of being able to, because I don't want to always wear something and then come home and want to sit on the couch and take it off. I don't have to take my belt off. This is really easy. It pops on or off, and this is riveted right to the leather. So it's the worst thing that could happen is this might bend, but it's pretty solid. They use the same clip on a lot of like gun holsters, so I don't see any problems with the longevity. Just a beautiful knife. I absolutely love it, and that's why I wanted to share with you guys. Now, my complaint, and I want to show you this because I did see one person mention this on one of the reviews, and I was like, everybody's got something to say about everything. So I was like, well, you see a review on something, you'll see one guy who's just absolutely loves it, and another guy who says absolutely terrible. Like, I just bought some gutter guards, and people are just like, it's really hit or miss. So you just have to try them yourself and hope for the best. With this, I was like, I'm not, I don't whine about much, so I do have one of my cowboy boots. And so I'm going to show you why this is not a great boot knife. And this is a little bit disappointing. Some guys were like, oh, it's too big. And I can get that after actually trying it. It is pretty wide, and it does really dig into your ankle. A boot knife traditionally is a little bit thinner. And the problem with this is that it's so big. These are standard size cowboy boots. When you put the knife in the boot and clip it on, it actually touches the bottom of the boot, or almost touches the bottom of the boot. So it really takes up a lot of room, and it's not the most comfortable thing to tuck into your boot. And I'm just going to, just to refresh myself here, I want to try this on again and just pop this in here. Yeah, I mean, by the time you put this down in here, this is like, you can't even really move your foot around. It really is restricted to your ankle. That's on the inside. I know I'm not showing you guys this, but I'm not showing you because I'm wearing my workout gear. I'm not showing you guys that. I mean, you could put it in there, but if you were walking and not bend, I don't know. This is definitely, with your ankle moving like this is not going to be the most comfortable thing. What would have, I think, made all the difference, let me take this off again. What would have made all the difference is to actually call this a boot knife. Again, with your foot out of the boot, it's not a problem, but once you start getting this inside your boot with your foot in there, it really digs into your ankle. What would have been a much better design is if they went ahead and maybe added two clips, so you could have one for your belt and maybe one down here that would clip about right here, which would keep the handle up out of the boot. To me, it's a real design flaw. It's almost something that, like, you have to wonder. Now, I'm not one of these guys who's going to knock Hibben. You know, I mean, Hibben's been making knives. He's the expert. He's been making knives for a very long time. But these are kind of one of the things that I almost question, like, do you even have a pair? Like, you couldn't, like, if you can't wear this with cowboy boots, I don't know what kind of boots you're wearing. Like, thigh boots? Like thigh highs? Because thigh highs, you could probably wear this. But there's no way you could actually wear this and comfortably walk, or even somewhat comfortably walk. It's way too restrictive to have digging into your ankle. Like, you just can't walk with it. It's like having like a cast on, you know. It restricts the total movement of your ankle. So Hibben, if you guys design another boot knife that's comparable in size, you know, this works for a smaller boot knife I have that's maybe half the length. But for something this size, this should be really the maximum that this goes down. This should clip right here, and the top of the knife should really be level with the top of the boot. And then you'd have plenty of range of motion. This would be tucked up under your ankle. It would still be secure, and you wouldn't have any kind of problems. But as far as I'm concerned, if you are going to get this knife and you're thinking, oh, well, I'll get it because it's, you know, it's a boot knife, so I want to carry something with my cowboy boot, you know, this is not going to work for cowboy boots. So I wouldn't waste your money on it. I would probably pick up something that's a lot smaller. If you are going to clip a knife, if it is going to clip in your boot towards the top of the knife, you know, I would definitely recommend something maybe in the 6-inch maximum length, because otherwise, again, it goes way too far down into the boot. So it's pretty useless for a boot knife. But again, I didn't necessarily just buy it for the fact that it's a boot knife. I bought it because I like the idea that I can clip this very easily on my belt, and, you know, take it off very easily. And there's honestly not a lot of knives. You can get some of the Kydex ones. You can get, you know, if you actually look for, and, you know, you can find United. I'm sure Hibben's not the only one who makes, or actually, in my opinion, improperly makes boot knives of this size. You know, I think, you know, like I said, if they remake this, just moving this down here would have been much better. And, you know, even if they moved that far down, you could still very easily clip this on your waist. It would just be up quite a bit higher, which honestly, I would kind of like to have it be up a little bit higher and even more concealable. So, you know, it's just too bad. I just feel like a lot of these things just aren't really tested at all. Somebody who's making something like this, there's no way in hell that they've actually taken this and put it in their boot and tried to walk around with it, you know. So to me, it's common sense. But, you know, these things come out, and not every time does, you know, mistakes are made, unfortunate designs. I'm sure they sell a lot of them, but, you know, this is on YouTube. I wouldn't say it's all over YouTube, but there's a lot of guys reviewing it. One gentleman did review it. I actually like his channel. He reviews all kinds of blades, and he threw it at a tree many times. He actually broke it in half. And, you know, to me, if I'm going to throw something around, it's not going to be something this decorative. I mean, this is a really pretty knife. And overall, I still really like it. Pretty cool. Again, the only thing, though, I would say, let me just try to push that in the sheath. Yeah, that works. So, I mean, it's really cool. I love the fact it's got that guard on the back. I believe it's made of brass. I saw other guys reviewing this and stating that that's for knife fighting. It doesn't shake the... I don't know about all that. I mean, I just, you know, I don't worry about crazy stuff like that, or I'm not throwing it around doing crazy shit. You know, I just like it. The most I'll probably do is just maybe cut a little string. Probably open a lot of Amazon packs. This is a great Invicta watch box opener. You know, this is going to be a tape cutter for me. I mean, this is a Shopaholics box opener. You know, because you got to be cool doing it in style, right? That's it. You know, guys, we know why we buy shit. It's cool. It's the cool factor. So, yeah, guys, check it out. If you like it, let me know. Love to hear your comments. Not too much else to say about it. Again, Old West classic, razor sharp, 6.5-inch blade, overall length 10 and 5/8. Again, it has that belt clip. That's really it. That's it. And there's Amazon telling me that my packages have been delivered. Got it today. But yeah, like I said, it's a gorgeous looking knife. I love it. I'm happy with it. Look forward to getting the larger version just to have. And, you know, Hibben knives are pretty cool. If you're, you know, a lot of times, guys, when you watch my videos, you may not always have known about these different products. So, you know, check it out. I think for what you're going to pay for a buck special, you know, you'll get this for less. And I think it's a cooler looking knife, honestly. So, that's it, guys. I do want to mention one more thing. I did just get another holster from Craft Holsters. I love this company. They've been super generous with me. We have a great arrangement going, and whenever I pick up another gun or have the idea to do another video, they send me a holster. So I got here's my Taurus Spectrum. You know, I wanted something that's extremely easy to carry, very comfortable. I do have a Kydex holster for this as well. With this is an inside the waistband. You can see custom monogrammed leather holster, and I have had a couple, you know, complaints before. Some of the holsters not fitting perfect. Most of them, though, I really only had one that's a real complaint, and I'll do a review on that. But this is fantastic. This fits the gun perfect. Nice snug fit. I didn't even have to break in. What I love about the Taurus Spectrum is that it's super rounded. It doesn't dig in anywhere in your body. And this holster makes it all the better. Super thin. And what I like about it, again, and I wanted to mention this because the knife has the boot clip. What's great about this is an open buttoned belt loop. It's great because I get home, I want to take it off sometimes, and it's very easy to take it off. Pop this off, slide it out of your pants, and throw it back on when you're ready. So I'll do a review on this in the next couple days, and if you guys have any questions about that, drop them, send me a comment, drop me an email. As always, guys, thanks for watching the content. If you like the channel, subscribe. As always, guys, have a great day, and take care.